So now the undisputed fight's off the table. And now Errol Spence is in a situation where he could possibly see 2 mandatories ordered. WBA and Amanda Stanionis.
Yeah.
And IBF, you know who.
He got
The
boots, right?
Philadelphia native, Jaron Ennis.
Of course, I hope he take the boots fight, but I don't know if that's what Spence gonna want to do. I mean, if I had the Terrence Crawford fight on the horizon, and it was like you gotta take one of your mandatories, and I had Stanionis and boots, I'm finna fight Stanionis, and then I'm finna go fight Terrence Crawford. I mean, that's me. Hopefully he do what he gotta do versus Stanionis, because you can't just skip over nobody, right? That's why you gotta have the fights. But with that being said, I'm not saying that. I mean, I want Boots to get the fight. I don't know if Terrence Crawford, Errol Spencer, want to mess with a young, hungry lion like that right now with what he got going on. You know what I mean? It's like it's not a duck, but it's like I'm avoiding that right now. Like, I'm not going through that. I got this. I could get into this. This could go wrong and mess up me getting into this. I don't really think that it's going to go wrong versus Stanionis, but versus the young bull, it might could go wrong. I'm finna skip the young bull.
Now, fans and analysts have been critical of Jaron Ennis' 29-30 fights, saying he hasn't fought an elite guy.
They
he's
don't
fighting
be wanting
bums
to
and this
fight
and that.
him.
But is it fair that they criticize Boots for this, but then when he's in a position to fight an A-level opponent, A-level opponents in boxing comes up with a reason of why they shouldn't fight Boots?
You know what the problem is with Boots right now? It got to be a situation where they could get broke off a little bit for fighting him, because he a hard fight. He just as hard as anybody that you're going to fight, but they not fitting to give you that kind of paper for it. You might could get the props for it now because we've been saying his name and he been doing his thing, and like he done got to the point where if you beat him, they would give you props for beating Boots now. But as far as the financial, and you got to fight, he a whole workload. So it's like, I find like that's probably like the situation he's in. But every time when it be like this, what happens is one day they gotta give you the mandatory shot. That's what happened to Errol Spence. He was in the same situation that Boots in right now. And then Kell Brook got stuck with him. IBF, same people that he got right now.
The IBF hasn't ordered a mandatory in the 4 years. It's unlike the IBF. But I'm about to take you someplace else. Is it hypocritical?
Yeah, they being hypocrite because the IBF don't play that shit.
Is it hypocritical?
Hold on, you mean to tell me they ain't asked for their mandatory in 4 years? I ain't know that.
4 years.
Oh, IBF, that's bullshit.
Since Carlos Ocampo. But this, I was going to piggyback off of this. Is it hypocritical that Errol Spence and Errol Spence fans were on Keith Thurman's ass about him not giving him a shot and him being dismissive, and then it's kind of like he's doing the same thing to Boots if he picks Stanionis or moves up.
That's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's one of the sad realities of the sport that like sometimes you got the young gun that's a full workload, and jokers ain't trying to fight him because they not gonna get paid like it's a full workload. So they like, why would I fight him? Hard as he is, and y'all ain't really trying to give me the kind of paper that is worth to fight a guy like that. It's like great fighters get caught in that. Everybody's been there. You see them and they get to the point and they have to scream guys' names, and eventually something happens where one of the guys has to fight him and it flips. Look at Errol Spence. And Errol Spence was like, it seemed like he was shut out. He was sick. He got that goddamn Kell Brook fight, and then it just switched. It went from nobody, he couldn't get nobody in the ring to everybody wanted to fight him. It's gonna switch for Boots too eventually once he gets his chance.
Now, I understand the business of boxing, but Errol seems to still be holding a grudge to Keith Thurman. But now he's in the position that Keith Thurman was in, where he's telling a young guy, look, I got other shit going on. He's not doing it in the fashion that Keith was, because Keith, Keith's my guy, but Keith was being an asshole.
Bro. See, this is the whole thing about Keith Thurman. When Keith Thurman was acting like that, it's understandable because it was real. He really was ahead of the rest of them. He had like more working, right, and had like fought up the ladder. But the thing about it was, it's just like he has like a condescending kind of attitude.
Yeah.
That shit annoying, bro. That'll make somebody not like you. Like the way Keith Thurman is, you're not like him, man. You could not like him.
Yeah. Keith's my man. Like I'm a big Keith Thurman fan.
He'll be like one time, because if you gotta fight one time, you better be on point. Like and he talk about himself, like he on some third person shit.
Keith was telling dudes it's not on my to-do list.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And then he'll do some funny shit like go play a flute in the grass with his legs folded. Like he'll do some funny shit like that.
He was living his best
They
life.
just don't like, they like joking like Errol Spence and them just don't like him. Like I get it. Like he get on your nerves.
That's how you know them Al Heyman checks was good because you know how relaxed you got to be in a good space you got to be to be playing a flute on a grassy knoll.
Listen, I would always say about Keith Thurman, like Keith Thurman, he does his job because from an entertainment aspect, I don't like him, and that's his job. His job is to make me not like him or to make me like him. So either way, that I would come watch the fight and I would pay, and he did his job. He does his job. So, and Keith Thurman's being exciting fights. So, yeah, I mean, I agree with you on the whole the Keith Thurman thing, but I think that's just a part of the game. You know what I mean?